Hi guys, Scott Ludwig with the Fitness Circuit. This is your first installment of the Ask Scott series, if you will. And we are still accepting questions, so please keep sending them in. I'm going to try to answer them in the order that they have been received. So one of the first ones that we have gotten, and then other people in the gym have asked, has to do with this heavy metal consumers report, heavy metals in protein powders. So we're going to touch on that and how it pertains to the products that we sell, and then I'll even get into some nutritional, supplemental things that you can do to help or potentially help with heavy metal toxicity altogether. So first and foremost, not to downplay heavy metal toxicity. We don't want heavy metals in from our foods. But the thing is, they're everywhere. They're in our food products. They're definitely in our processed foods. They're in our tap water. So we don't. It's not okay that they're there, and we do have to be careful of these things building up in our blood. But we do have some ways of our body filtering these things out and dealing with them over time. So what we did was we attempted to get a hold of the companies that sell the powders that we promote to you guys here. And we recommend and promote these two products for different reasons, and I'll touch upon that as well. But the FitSmart company, real big company, I was able to talk to sales reps. I wasn't actually able to talk to any of the owners or chemists, if you will, and that sort of thing. So I can't vouch one way or the other, but we're still recommending this product because of the type of protein powder and how it pertains to your body effectively dealing with heavy metals from your diet. So this one's still on the books, even though I couldn't speak to any of the actual owners. The Beverly International, small company per se, they do national, international business, but it's run by just a handful of people. And I was able to talk to one of the owners about the report and how it pertains to her product. So she had told me that first and foremost that they have done independent testing. They've sent their product out, the Ultimate Protein and all the other proteins that Beverly International makes. They have sent it out for independent testing, as well as every batch that's made, which is a pretty large amount of protein. Every batch that is made, they test it in-house. So they test every single batch in-house to see that it's within the allowed limits, because nothing is made with not your tap water, to be redundant, is zero amounts of heavy metals. So there are allowable amounts when they're making these things that they're considered safe. And so they make sure that every single batch that they do in-house is within those limits it was. And then periodically they will, or occasionally they will send it out for independent testing to kind of double check themselves. That says a lot about the company. So they had it done independently a while back. They of course have done their own in-house testing on the most recent batch. The report came out. They knew they were going to be getting questions from their wholesalers and stuff. So they immediately sent it out for independent testing. Their independent test showed exactly what they showed in-house, that everything that all the limits that they check for arsenic, for cadmium, for lead, for mercury, all that stuff is below the allowable limits. To go to the report, that was 3 servings a day that they were using, and those limits were over. And again, I'm not trying to downplay the results of the report, just that sometimes for people who aren't aware, it sounds like that's the only place you're getting heavy metals. It isn't. They're everywhere, and so these allowable amounts are taking into account that you're getting them from other places. This product, all the numbers are within. Had this been on the chart, it would have been, all those numbers would have been, if you looked at the actual chart that they made for the consumer report, it was the highlighted numbers, the bold numbers that were above the limits, and then they also showed concern and pointed out ones that were approaching that limit. Beverly International's products were not approaching the limit on any of those items. Do they have some of those items in there? Yes. Does your tap water? Yes. Again, not downplaying it, but just to know that on that chart, the ones that they showed out of the 85 products they tested, had Beverly International been in that chart, there would have been nothing highlighted or bold-faced. There would have been nothing approaching those numbers. So it's safe. And that's your call. On the FitSmart product, one of the reasons that we've always recommended this product is because the protein they use is bioactive, undenatured whey. And again, I never want to get into too much of like a chemistry type of discussion, but the undenatured whey it helps to raise an item in your body that's called glutathione. That's as simple as I can put it right now. And glutathione works as a detoxifier in the body. It's what it is, it's an antioxidant, which is just our last video. Very, very powerful one, and will help draw on some of those items, draw on some of those heavy metals out of your blood, and then you literally just excrete them out. And so most people who have been exposed to a lot of heavy metals or have had some sort of a condition, disease or whatnot, their glutathione levels are low. By raising your glutathione levels, you can literally improve your immune system, rid yourself of some of the heavy metals that are in your body, and potentially prevent some other diseases. So that's why we recommended it, and so it's actually helping to fight some heavy metal toxicity, literally. Now, some other items that are natural that you can get, L-methionine or D-L-methionine. That is a mineral that will also raise cysteine and actually makes the glutathione in your blood more available. Again, I don't want to get into it, but that is in our Lean Out product, also by Beverly. So that's an item in there that's already in there for fat burning and actually helping your body to use more fat as energy. And it's also a heavy metal. It's called a chelator, and it does a mild amount of that. There's also an item called milk thistle, which will also raise glutathione levels in the body, or at least make the body's the glutathione that's in your body more available so that it can do its job. That you can get at any health food store. And lastly, one of the natural items is cilantro. Cilantro is a heavy metal chelator, and so if you can get natural cilantro, especially if it's not cooked and it's raw, we put it in our salsas or whatever it is, that's a natural item that you can get off the store or get at the store, and will help your body rid your body of some of the heavy metals, particularly mercury for that one, for cilantro. So we wanted you to know that the products that we're recommending are safe by all national standards, and had they been on that chart, that they would have not been one of the bold-faced items on products, and that the companies that we're using, or at least Beverly we know for sure, is testing their stuff in addition to required testing. They're doing in-house testing more often, and this product, because of the undenatured way, is actually helping your body fight the heavy metals that we're exposed to through, like I said, environmental things, even your tap water, mercury fillings, which are a huge one, that are now, I guess, being replaced with other types of fillings. So you guys are safe. If obviously we say with everybody, if something doesn't sit well with you, don't do it. But we checked into it. These products are good. They would have made the cut, so to speak, for healthy and safe products. So we want to know that we are looking out for you, and that you can safely and confidently still use these products should you choose to. All right, guys. Thank you. Look for the next one soon.